嘎拉冈尼亚达亚米三界觉当初级迦那拉将就不多的。大鬼七经节约作能节，罗拉偏节三界之瓦修，三界确当初级迦那拉
成就不多的尼克斯
节，大鬼七经节约作能节，
罗拉偏节
三界之瓦修，三界确当初级迦那拉将就不多的。
大概
七经节约三能节，罗拉偏节三界之瓦修，拉当妹妹。咱们杨金阳，我的接近了是确实叫他叫吧叫吧，上节是我的是七星对外就是就我知道姐姐在没进行的人的这些对外界建议的人家3月底就把这些计划得了就是的，对那边人家现在住在人没当没当你了吧，对了对外说人家那么那一个当时当年跟俺主问的他们也可能。这话估计咱们其实吧，他们家该多大规去的多，我老说他，那你告诉你。假设全部公布，我都建议告诉，特别我尼姑呢，3把没被全看到，特别那个那么大把地大上先参你见你，那什么那些见你，那古稀的那呢，俺的我尼姑，谁干了？特别我尼姑呢，3把没被全看到，我那么今天告诉。俺那咱们光把那带呢，俺那上面工我的沙发没被切看到，俺那卡说的，托的，什么去你的，什么你个吃嘛那把他的，吃嘛什么心大呗，俺那吃嘛那把他呗，俺那他家，俺那高单的啦，路不去吃嘛的。让星期吃嘛那把特别，你他家过单的了，我尼姑在你干了，他把你的引他都，现在我的你，这个说我都建议搞了，你上面3把没被一起给，但是你记得咱把下来，等等你搞了，你承认俺的钱的都是一般的，啊。
So, as stated within the Abhidhamma, the ornament of clear realizations, Abhisamaya Alankara, within that, then of the 4 Buddha bodies, the Buddha, the Swabhavakaya, the Buddha's body of nature, then is a phenomenon of the uncontaminated, which is acquired or attained by meditating on the path while in training. By meditating on the path, then as one achieves the purifications, then being transformed into that nature of the uncontaminated, the uncontaminated mind, by purifying the defilements on the basis of the mind, and the suchness of the mind, that which is with defilements, being purified of all of these defilements. This purified state, which is the cessation, attained from the purification of the adventitious defilements and the natural defilements. This purified state is the Swabhavakaya, the sphere of the two, the ultimate sphere of the 2 states of purification. So this is what is being referred to as the sphere, the uncontaminated sphere, which has these 5 characteristics.
Oh yeah, that kasan onye watu wachi insancho.
Di kasan di
yende deng no songa seti tsara.
Ngoni kure di tanda sanbi
sanbi ba taba me ba sa yende deng no songa seti ma chin sa wa che da da da. Ma chin sa do. Ta ji chen da yin do da. 给去顿点了，现在，他当过小时的检查下来。 Oh, yeah, that didn't mind, said it. Sending on them to Sheba, and then on them to Sheba, said the church. Sending on them to Sheba, the Chin Tani.
So yesterday we explained already those 5 characteristics, and now explaining the 5 qualities.
When you go sending, don't know you and then I done it, and you to Ripacha, say, when you go there, that's sending on Damba, the Kazanpa Chin Tani. That you and then I done Damba the Marsha, but the term must have put a chin sasha, and then I done Damba the chin sasha, Shadum Pajacha, but sin sasha.
Also, the 5 qualities were explained yesterday as well.
I'm telling you, the show, the chin sasha. That Paja launched to you, good share it. Launched to you, good share.
So now explaining the Sambhogakaya body. Did we do all verses 42, 43? I think it's all.
When you go saying that one, and then I done it, then you to Ripacha, Stang and just you go. You might chase it, but tiny, number bang, said you might chase it, but tiny, and papa. You might chase them. You joke to some than you are to taste. That Tomata, Udan, Tarkiwa Mebatan. Never than Chipa Meba, you might have you and then the
So, singing at the Ra.
Singing. You got it, young guy. So,
the quality of being
the chin sasha. The chin sasha. That you shall. Chin sasha. They don't chin sasha, and then they are chin sasha. In then they are chin sasha.
In the time of that. Mushish. Sumja Gejukechi go de or is on it. Sumja Gejukechi go de dos.
Sumja Gejukechi, do chin.
3 Gejukeduk.
Or it had a Kedu, that did in the Teresha. Tiny what the launches of you could inside. You want that is. You might say, but tiny never. You might say to some learning, Timen about Tometa, Najan, you in Ching, set a chin such. Chewing more near Tabicina, Shateva. Shame Tame, some may bad. Name Tabi Taduban, and then Namdabang, oh, need you good and cheese. That the March, gonna. My tin Tasha. I didn't say it.
Which just read verse 38, 39.
That's my logo, Yarwa. That's a chill, launch about Rashi Chin, Nancy tongues. Nazo Chin, Nancy, Rashi, said him. That launches of a good in battle. When you go, she should go, launches to go some Chago around. I think the launches of a good in but I sent.
So the next is the enjoyment bodies, Sambhogakaya.
Tabichina, Yesawa, Shame, Tame, Same, Banyame, Tadubi, and then Namdayanda Dan, said Anne, the Sundarwa. When you go there, Tishi with Timami be in tennis, check Adam Giores, and that shadu maybe Yachawata. Kangelungi Chamaniela, Deve, Ane Chang Tayawata, Kasango, Mushi Toke, some do maybe, some do Mebatan, Shanda Yamba Mebatan, Nyumba Pachata Java, Nabanga Bambi, and the Indian the Damba Shawa Chow, said teacher.
So, possessed of proper properties, inconceivable, unequaled, properties, possessed of properties, kind of vastness of the qualities, inconceivable with, with regards to the realizations of the realizing how it does not exist in the 4 alternative ways like that, unequaled unequaled, that there's nobody equal who equals that state, that immeasurable, and excelling the sands of the Ganges.
바시 바자 자매진 샤멜라서 고르미신 자와주나
카디카도 레레
자와디 자와디
카디카도 자와 같은 녀석
뭐니 주고대데 야지 치당 자매치 도게 유니 민지당 바시 바자 자방지 샤멜라서 고르친
샤멜라서 고르친
이시 야당 야주되기 제도가 다시 되어왔다. 자단 자주디 잡아지나.
Can I see your Tibetan? No, the room.
Yes, on.
Root text. Which no, root text of.
This is the root, right here, 39 verse 39.
Shaman
40. I don't see it. You can look.
Okay. Reading from 48. 근데 저도 양쪽으로는 되게.
야. 뭐니 그 고된데 자치 치당 참매치 도게 유니 매제다 바시 바자 자방치스. 나와디 자디 개와디 숨자 제주 잡자체.
갱게 디 파슬라 슐로가 망부치 자외 슐로가 망부치
처음에 말죠. 강가 친절 당고 주숨라는 게 처음에 나봐 도면 강가 친절이.
Rumchi said he didn't jump. He explained those verses.
전자 딩에 딜로인 방. 당원 나주 남지 인이 친모 니제제 다비치나 여사와 샤메 참메 삼메 방 냐메 다비 타두비 연대 남다 양다 방 모니 주구된데 스테. 천인가 셔야 돼. 연장가 셔야 돼. 다 천인가 셔봐 두스마 침바라 와.
She said, in explaining the five characteristics and the five qualities of the Swabhaka body, then those verses were covered.
Yes, so. So you must say. 좀 말이야. 두지 친절해 건가? 두지 친절해 당고 니모 세자님 저기 지숨라는 해 줘지 그 당고 친절이 뭐야?
So all of those verses were completed like it's eternal, indivisible, is devoid of the two extremes and completely free from obscurations of defilement, ignorance, and distraction. I think as the commentary went.
친절해서 말해. 천인가 된 친사인바. 천인가 친사인바. 이런 천인가 그 나니 지지내서다 저 두마체지 엔데 타대비 주지나 봐 예와 매바 친사. 그런데다 군대미지 타니 나바 방와탕 세트 그 팀이 가자. 친사를 되로 타니 나바 방와탕. 녀모비 집바다 시시 집바다 녀주그 집바숨랑 내와 초대 방바라 소비 차바수제 천이 차탐부 시오 세 당원 친자인바 니 손 정말 말해 소장대 자단 저 숨제 제주 잡제 좀 친자래 야 등친자래 다 거기 야 로그투 나 제발 양아지 놓으셔고 야
Rumbiche also paid 388 and saying we and
你清朝马上混出去的
chill mare.
啊，去有马的，
So so the chill mare.
早去马的啊，我去北山，当然有人落雪啊。然后呢，才应该讲就落给他，听得才应的，再怎样，才应该讲就落我就，他说他应该真的聊一块了，是不是？我真应该当我亲自原来咱们的来我的，他应该下手，他才应该下把台了是。
So we'll begin from the 5 characteristics again.
对我前行也妹妹，谈一谈你那爸爸，你莫学着你就给读书那年爱抄的，是吧？他这个看着的咋话听的，听到
Which verse is it? Huh? I think we are starting on.
当我亲自的，
Panta lo na de chinga de khwas
早啊，
khadire.
早啊，正在地谈的，到那原来我他们就说对我前行，那么也没谈一谈呢，那么帮，你莫学着你就给读书那年爱抄的。
So verse 45, it is eternal and indivisible, is devoid of the two extremes and completely free from the three obscurations of defilement, ignorance and distraction.
多才的，但因上对我前行那也没是干啦，计划当、计划当，连我什么当拆来，第几年什么当拆来，俺对我前的。
So the eternal here refers to being free of, production, being free of destruction, being free of abiding.
你原点几让心，他这边出的那把也话没吧？现在让给我让心就当兵我了，他这边出的那把也话没吧？
And the indivisible refers to those qualities indivisible in their nature, being indivisible in their nature of being empty, empty nature. In their empty nature, being indivisible, those qualities.
让心就出啊准备，让心就毛主把来，让心就出啊准备的赚多钱。店里越把那店里没把准备的滚得钱，人让滚得给他让赚多给他钱呢，可以自己有让心就出啊太让，滚得给他店里没把准备真正给有没就没把的钱这一个人。 人当庄稼他滚都给他呢，那把帮我汤，
is devoid of the two extremes, referring to the superimposition where you hold on to existence, inherent existence, and then the deprecation. Being that holding on to the view of total non-existence.
真的你我们知吧？他把头这个做你我们知吧当，他在前把头把头这个写起知吧当，俺你们就给知吧什么啦？是，俺那眼巴戳的，俺你们就给知吧当，就是当我这把叫菜饮吧，知吧什么啦？眼巴戳的。
And then completely free from the three obscurations. The three obscurations here are referring to obscuration to the obscuration of afflictions, obscuration to knowledge, and the obscurations of equipoise that I explained yesterday.
什么让心去出啊？没比起那，那就话那就说让个人比有人比其当。什么让心去马主把人没比起什么，俺那什么让心没把人让什么路不我的，什么让心越少我的，越少我的那就话那么就说让个人比有人比其当。
So free from the stains and thought construction, accessible to the introspection the yogi. So because the defilements does not inherently exist, and because those defilements are adventitious, so it is luminous or it's clear light, and this is what is realized, and this is the object of realization of the self knower of the yogi.
타니다니 남바방 니모셰자 님주기 주순라니 내초티 세자와디 칭체 디제라 아니 가서 치매 세디 랑신지 주메바체.
So when we talk about Rinpoche just went again through the, is devoid of the two extremes and is completely free from three obscurations that we just explained, and of defilement, ignorance, distraction, free from all stains referring to the stain of inherent existence.
되는 난조와 남지 소소란 그 유비 유메비 칠세가나 난조 남지 유메 칠세디레.
양조 수는 탄다. 양조 탄다 수는 양조.
난조 남지 유메 칠세가 난조와 남지 소소라리 그 리비 유 임비 칠세.
And the thought accessible to the introspection of the yogis, meaning that this is the object of the realization of the self-knower of the yogi practitioner.
인자 친구 뭐 인반이 대 친구랑 그 뭐데 가려서나 랑신지 마주바당 돈이데 원유고데 랑신지 마주바 직체. 호랑그 뭐데 난조와 남지 아니 소소랑 그 리비 요인비 치다 인장 인반이지 아니 랑신지 답이 치나 아니 여사와레스나 답이 치나 여사와.
So this sphere of reality, its nature is that it is empty, does not exist by way of its own nature. So that is the Swabhava Kaya, and the nature of this is what is realized, or is this nature is the object of knowledge, is the object that which is known by the self-knower of that individual yogic practitioner. So this is what representing the essence of the absolute, referring to that ultimate sphere. Its nature being empty by nature, emptiness, the Swabhava Kaya, immaculate by nature, it is pure and radiant. And so this completes the 5 characteristics, and now the 5 qualities. So immeasurable, innumerable, inconceivable, incomparable, and representing the highest point of purity with these kinds of virtuous properties, the body of absolute existence is fully endowed. Immeasurable, because you cannot put a measure, you cannot sort of place a measurement on those qualities.
And
the qualities being innumerable, that you cannot say that, this is the number of qualities. And inconceivable because of the realization with regards to the 4 alternative ways, the ways of existence.
I'm sorry. Mushilo Kutawilla sound meba. Shanda Yamba meba. Said Yameta and the Tanshame Chame Sameba, says our Tambuche. Danyame Tabi Tadupa, Sigana, Shanda Yamba meba.
And incomparable because equal to none and representing the highest point of purity.
What the Time Tabi and the Tatugi and then over Dayandaba, then being only to good and day, Sigan.
So, highest purity because it's purified of all defilements. So this Swabhavakaya holy body, which has these five qualities.
In the Time Taba said, Tabi Tadubi, Yame Tabi Tadubi said, Time Tabi Tadubi, and then Namdayandaba only to good and day.
So, representing the highest point of purity means the ultimate purity of all defilements. And so with these kinds of virtuous properties, the body of absolute existence, referring to the Swabhavakaya, is fully endowed. Buddha's
in a concept, within this, when you consider that Jachidam, and then Jachi with Vincent Chedicana.
And because
Jachigana, Zawala, Jachidan, Chamichi, Dogi Uni, Mijidang. Bashi Paja Jabaji, Shamela, so Kurmishing, Sigana, and then Jachivichidang, Jachivich Shadumeba.
So then, because the next verse from which you just read, being great, extensive, and numberless, inaccessible to discursive thought, unique and devoid of the force of illusion, it is immeasurable, and so on, respectively. So, because the qualities are so vast, so great, so it is immeasurable. So there is no limitation of a number of qualities. Inaccessible to the discursive thought, referring to Mushi Harsuma. So inconceivable with regards to the four alternatives. So incomparable because these are qualities that exist only in the state of Buddhahood and in none others. So incomparable in this respect. And because of having abandoned afflictions together with all its imprints, so it represents that kind of highest purity, incomparable in that kind of purity. So verse 47 then sort of enumerates the five qualities of being immeasurable, innumerable, inconceivable, incomparable, and representing the highest point of purity. With these kinds of virtuous properties, the Swabhavakaya is fully endowed, and verse 48 gives the reason behind what's the reason for those five qualities, because of being great, extensive, numberless, inaccessible to discursive thought, unique and devoid of the force of illusion, it is immeasurable, and so on, respectively. So of the three Buddha bodies, then this completes the explanation on the Swabhavakaya, Buddha's body of nature. And next is the Sambhogakaya body.
되게 내가 가져래서나 소소 샤바당 아니 된뒤 담바니 다니 담보들라 그 참배 잡아다 송 최dim이人家 주민 샤바당 그 잡아 주민 샤바 대숨 신지 주바 주바당 나서 최소 나와다 라신지 마주바 오다다 sabject 숨서 정도도 봐
So then this also has many outlines, the individual explanations, the summary of it. Subject Shabata Tanduvata Ani. Where are we in the text? The root text.
That's all. Verse 49.
언제 두고 누가 얘기?
Not so tricky. 나서
去了做龙去，谁看看这把这把的嘛的啊？나서去了做龙去，나서去了做龙去，让谁去呢？那就汤。나서去了做龙去，让谁去呢？那就汤。
By its nature, enjoying the doctrine in its various forms, it appears uninterruptedly as this doctrine enjoyed by it.
出去他比决定吧，决定就没切起汤。
Being the natural outflow of purest commiseration, like compassion, it works uninterruptedly for the weal of all the lives.
我也打的，谈不，这个开始点过来是呢，古前辈在我当送确定别人的居民去把写的。
So this is what this illustrates is the holy body, that which is adorned with all the major and minor marks, and the and the quality of the holy speech, the mellifluent holy speech.
他看这是呢，绝佳是的，他绝佳嘛的绝佳，你点了绝佳是叫啥？绝佳啊，绝佳工作当团当比，工作当团当点比，工作我点点去做过去呢。 点比钱了，工作做了点比钱呢，多得了，长点就多长。同样，我是做了点比多得了，安尼我一定就送了不是给我的，你说我一定就送了。
With regards to the subject matter of a text, then, when it directly teaches on conventional realities. Then it is an interpretive sutra, and when the subject matter of the text is directly presented, ultimately, then those are definitive sutras.
哦，现在的长天堂我已经一说了那作品，安尼提把前边去了，早把浪接把不的。 短把不是那个，老把浪接把不的出来是那，俺的浪就做不固定的。
So these type of scriptures, the definitive scriptures, the interpretive, sutras or scriptures of the minor, who enjoys all of this completely is this enjoyment body, is this Sambhogakaya body, enjoying the interpretive and the definitive minor scriptures.
因此，那做起了做浪就是对嘛的，是吧？
So, by its nature, enjoying the Dharma in its various forms, it appears uninterruptedly.
现在俺的浪就做不固定，看这来是那。 俺的浪就叫让心，会让心都看这是那固了，俺的钱他别再去占吧。
So this enjoyment body has the nature of being present with all of the major and minor marks.
故前辈，故我前辈啥做去占吧，谁的这个生活的。
So having a definite form body of a Sambhogakaya, which has all the major and minor markings.
俺的对我可话其实马东给拍到，人家就没切比。
And it appears uninterruptedly denoting that that such an enjoyment body, Sambhogakaya, then remains for a definite period of time, which is until the end of samsara.
Oh, do you imagine about Shubaki? Any sungu cheni, Tetandrawa, Nali Chil, Sigala, Nazo Chela, Zo Longe, Ranshin Cheni, Nanchi Tang, said Chen.
So by
the Jimmy Shaba, Sun Chim, Chin, the Jimmy Neba, said
So, by its nature, enjoying the doctrine in various forms, it appears uninterruptedly. Then teaching the Dharma, then continuously until the end of time. End of samsara.
Sunju Mishaba Quachis, Kuyan, Quachis Badaba the Shuba, Suyan, Jim Hajaba, Jim Hajaba, Wong Evatan, launching our Tambares, Moku, Jim Hajaba Tamba, Suyan, and Quachis Bado, Tibachimicella, Taba Launchaba, Tamba Yinza, Wong Evata Launchaba, launching our Tambares.
So, this holy body of the teacher is this holy body of the Sambhogakaya, and that's the nature of the whole body. And what it enjoys is the minor dharma, and what it teaches is uninterruptedly that dharma until the end of samsara.
Atini, Saba Jimejaji. Tesun Hinji Juba Juba said, subject knew what Della. Next one. Saba Jimejaji, and it is Hinji Juba Juba said.
Being the natural outflow of purest commiseration, it works uninterruptedly for the wheel of all the lives. 49, last children. So it's the last two lines of verse 49 and the first two lines of verse 50, being the natural outflow of purest commiseration, but it works uninterruptedly for the wheel of all the lives, free from constructive thought and without effort, fulfilling the desired aim of the converts. So being the natural flow of purest commiseration means, having meditated on compassion for 3 countless eons arising out of that.
Toma ani karesana chojo salamda jolamji kaso ani tama tambi chosa. So madasa du menaga so tame niwa chosa. Tabasa zung menaga so ani tame sumba chosa de.
So in the path of accumulation and during the path of preparation, then completing the accumulation of the first countless eon of merit, during the 7 impure levels of the bodhisattva bhumis, then completing the second countless eon of accumulation of merit, and during the 3 pure levels of the bodhisattva's bhumi, then completing the third countless eon of merit.
Komba Yonsun Zode, Komba Tatube, and a Tuje Tabi, Judimbi, Tuje Tabi, Gunding Dela, Dew, Mus Tatsimbi, Gunding Dela, and Devu Mus Tatsimbi, and a Chanju Samba Namdang, that Roden Dressade, Nijaki, Chia de Samjan Shenji, Dunga, Samjan Shen, and Yandela Gobam. Ani dunga le trovi chidu, ani semge ba na xin chene, da semge ni tadu go komban topdi zamba, ani ngurus xiandun jasa de che ngurus songsa ge chu xiandun jasa de su le sana, longzhi zoyo go de, koranga wa chansen baba tada ge go wa yinza, ngurus ngurji duja, de la
So due to the completion of this type of meditation or accumulation of merit, meditation, compassion, then what is the result that which is attained is the state of a bodhisattva. And then the activities that it engages in are like the activities benefiting sentient beings, enabling sentient beings to attain liberation and liberating them from suffering. So on the basis of generating the mind in such a manner, then one attains the ultimate state. And from that ultimate state, when one fulfills the benefit of others, then one does so with this enjoyment body. And the direct objects of benefit, of this enjoyment body are is the entourage, the surrounding of the bodhisattvas. They are the direct objects of the benefit of that Sambhavakaya. And indirectly benefiting those of the heroes and solitary realizers lineage. So this Sambhavakaya body then is a direct object of benefit being the bodhisattvas, and indirectly benefiting the beings of the three types of lineage: heroes, solitary realizers, and the Mahayana lineage. So, and these are the results of the natural flow of purest commiseration, and it works uninterruptedly for the weal of all the lives.
Oh yeah. Number toba meji sunji tubi diji deba chitawa shindu wangso kongwan zaba yinzang di zaba jumi zaba dendo oche tesumla number toba meji sunji tubi diji deba chitawa shindu kongwan zaba chiri zay dayage tuji tabi judenba doden jumi chete dang number tome sunju ba deba chishi yongkong chiri zaba dila sitang.
Ramji just read the root, being the natural flow of purest commiseration, it works uninterruptedly for the weal of all the lives, free from constructive thought and without effort, fulfilling the desired aims of the converts.
That's all. But it is somebody party day in your sang. Yagi Chundusumji Shagidwa. Chundu somebody. Good champion, soon they be in that Jimmy Chapa. Java Chile, Finji Juba, or Tessumbotella. Good champion, soon Chitty be in that Jimmy Chapa, Java Jimmy Chapa, Tessum Hinji Juba said, Tessum but Timbata.
So this is referring to the body that which is adorned with all the major and minor mouths, the speech which teaches the Dharma uninterruptedly, and the continuous engagement of the deeds, effortless, continuously engaged in activities, spontaneously.
That is never top amazing. Say, Gulongin Namdo. So, Ani Bezo Muguba, Sunji, Juba, Dujitaba, Chita, Washington, Yonsokon, Jaba, Yinzang, Namba Domin, Hinduba, Deba Chishi, Yongon Chil said.
So, without the exertion of a motivation, without effort, and spontaneously then engaged in the activities benefiting others, free from just constructive thought and without effort, fulfilling the desired aim of the converts.
That is subject
So there, it now is the outline for the it appears in a variety of manifestations, but just as how they appear, then it does not exist. It does not exist the way it appears.
Oh yeah, that is our condition. 이신우부 도바치시 연구 치리스 이신우부 조주지 조바론제 남반네决定 주미 차바당 원반두제 매바당 사타트마 땡그사 디리나서 나가된 세티파두임바자
It abides enjoying the miraculous power similar to that of the wish-fulfilling gem, teaching, manifesting itself, and acting uninterruptedly.
오야 예신 누부 아니 가서래 예신 누부 주주치 세대기 예신이 누비 튀용오당 누가 나줘서 나양 누부 나양 나와다 시지 마주 티신도 와 빼라고야 인다라
Just like the wish-fulfilling gems that appear in a variety of forms or shapes or colors, then the way in which they appear, then it does not exist. Like this example.
마주바 나와다 나신지 마주 신도 나서 오다 누가 나서서 나와다 나신지 마주 신도 주주지 티바침비 베페라거니 주주지 티바침비 쳇라 조바를 롱제바 넘바 네네 是吧？주주를 때네 티바침비 쳇라 안에 조바 롱제바 넘바 네네 아니 넘바데 나서서 나양 是吧？ 넘바 나서서 나양서 다 롱제 조고 그 꾸이 도지 조 안에 가래라서나 내왕아년 그 롱제 조보 티바침비 조바 롱제비 롱구테 레디 도지 캄다 삼바 메와다 림베 안에 넘바라 아니 주가자면자 나네 이와라 인자
So it abides enjoying the miraculous powers, and with those miraculous powers, then manifesting, enjoying. It abides enjoying the miraculous powers. With those miraculous powers, then enjoying the Mahayana Dharma, or making use of the Mahayana Dharma. And by appearing or by manifesting in a varieties of aspects as Sambhogakaya, and of course the Sambhogakaya aspects have these 5 definite features, but for the benefit of the disciples, then in accordance with the interests or predispositions of the disciples, then emanating out a variety of forms.
이신우부 주주지 조바 론제 넘바 네 세트와 넘바 네네 세다 주주지 대바침비 쳇라 조바 론제비 론제바 넘바 네네 롱기 넘바 네네 나서서 나양 다 두자랑랑 칸다 메와다 춘바 아니 주주 나서서 나양 나와다랑 신지 마주바오
So these Sambhogakaya holy bodies, sort of remains enjoying with those miraculous powers, enjoying the Dharma, and emanating out of a variety of manifestations or emanations. And although those emanations appear in a variety of aspects, then it does not exist in the nature in which it appears.
Oh yeah, that did and I show an ancient Karidambaresana, D. Longe Zobi, Gu Jele, Chok Jugula Soy, Guyukoba, Ditadaba, Tomata Nayans, Jushi Longe Zobo Tigi, Jele, Tigi, Jushi Chene, and the Dushi Kamda Mewada Samba, Chok Juguda, Jawa Juguda. or Tendeki number, Guyukoba Dutat number you go but Tadabat Nangides, Dangi, Teta Jutada Batanaya, Jichig Mari, Jutadaba Mari.
So this Sambhogakaya in German body is the basis from which then you have the supreme emanation, as well as the what is known as the birth emanation, supreme emanation, and birth emanations in accordance with the predispositions, interest of the disciples. And although all of these emanations appear to be of different mental continuum, then it is not like that.
Because I get about Taranayang, Nawata, Tomatayang, Chigla, Anitua Tomatayang, Tata to Matrubar, Sango Chiraniba, Longuki New Chabatang, and the launches of Kuniyang, Ransi Truba Naya, Tamatruba Tambare.
So, although they appear to be of different mental continuums of mind streams, but they are all they are all one in nature, and they are all the manifestations of that potential of that Sambhogakaya body. Are this one body then emanating out these varieties of aspects is one in nature, and even though they appear in these varieties of aspects, yet they do not exist in the nature in which they appear.
Oh yeah, they change that castle. Tanyuadi Tahayake, duty temper said inside. Duty temper said, Sosa Shabbat, duty temper said, that's Sosa Shabbat Shintani. Then duty temper Telayang.
So the next is from the outline, the summary part of it, after explaining individually or
Telayang, not so now better pay to Bani. Tango Telayang, Ani, that Chandru Nabasum said, Kasanga Shueti. Sung Jie Dan, Gu Zhu, Tugun Jibi Chujun said it, Tesung got it. Tambola Sung Jaba, Gu Demba, Jaba Jima Jaba Sumdang said the Tano did that day, Nietzsche, that Tambo to the Banja chair there.
So
Tavala paper shoes.
So you have the speech, teaching the Dharma, the holy form, manifested in the aspects of all those, in the aspect of all the major and minor marks, and then you have the activities. So those 3 points explained in the root text 51.
That's one job at the Tawala. You didn't give me chat. You did give me chat, said him, but
so teaching, manifesting itself, and acting, meaning the deeds, uninterruptedly.
And then do some testing with it. But because you didn't give me chat, I'm about to get me about Taking over Mindela, didn't also Nanga say Gala, soon Jabba good about Jabba Jimmy Jabba Sumdang, said Tigi, and you give me Chachetang.
So teaching, manifesting itself, and acting uninterruptedly, devoid of a will connected with exertion, it appears here in various forms without demonstrating its true nature. Such are its 5 distinctive features. So the holy speech giving the teaching, the holy body, then manifesting in itself, and then you have the activities of that emanation. So all of these activities, all of these things taking place continuously.
Soon Jabba Sigana, soon Jendan Chadu cigarette. 아니 도지 감다 삼바당 팔라냐 기타 와신도 챔비간에 아니 송진된 그 친구 대라 송져바스 거래.
So in the expressions of that speech is the turning of the wheel of Dharma, in accordance with the disciples' predispositions, mind level, and so forth.
아니 꾸던바 세가나 내가 송진된 그 친구 덤바 제발라 아니 가서를 두자대다 쳐라 대니 직당 전도녀와 직당 아니 바로는 거네 눈바 여바당 쳐라 매와 인가당 전예제와 지고와 연장 전대 전예치도 치도 아니 꾸이 주주 남바 나서 대표 관에 꾸주주 그 천주 대네.
So, and then you have the manifesting itself, meaning in the miraculous displays of the holy body. So, in order to draw the disciples to listen to the Dharma, in order to engage in the activity of the speech of teaching the Dharma, then you need to first instill, interest, aspiration, devotion toward the Dharma, and in order to do this, then the holy body manifesting itself through its miraculous powers, then undertaking these various displays for the purpose of engaging the disciples in the interest, devotion, aspiration towards the Dharma.
turkin jebi chiru sikire zane jaba ji samjen ge tuen jaba ge jaba ji mi cheba ta ten de we jaba sum chi duwa sum che sumbo teang ba zo ji on ba do cheba ma yin ba.
And then third is then engaging in the deeds, the varieties of deeds benefiting sentient beings, and engage in all of these three activities: teaching, manifesting, and the deeds continuously without any kind of effort. So engaged spontaneously and without effort, as spontaneously and continuously is what is referred to here, uninterrupted and devoid of a will connected with exertion.
아니 된다지 갈 수 오래서나 다 삼전지 된자비 치도 신들 아니 초구주구당 초구주구 남바 땜바당 아니 현라양 가르서나 겨주구 남바 땜 나서 주구 소소 그 남바 땜바자지 이나양 아니 롱지 저위 구태당 주소소 타자바 나소소 마주바
So
마주장 아니 나좀 뒤타다바 나줘서 마주장 뒤오 멤버들 말이 뒤오 멤버들 잘라스.
So, and then the next line where it said, it appears here in various forms without just demonstrating its true nature. So here what it says that, in order to fulfill the benefit of sentient beings, then it takes on the varieties of forms of supreme emanation and birth emanation, like that. Ordinary emanations as opposed to supreme emanation, which is like the historical Buddha, like that. So even though you have these varieties of forms, but they are not of separate mental continuum, they are not of separate mind stream. They are all of that is all, the Sambhogakaya, the enjoyment body. Although it appears in this varieties of emanations, its nature, where it talks about its true nature is the Sambhogakaya.
세대기 다 론지 저비 꾸디니 아니 초고 주고다 깨와 주고 나서비 아니 꾸나서서 땜바 잡아당 아니 연량은 남방아 다 공도 샤바나시 제도
So such are the 5 distinctive features. This is with regards to the Sambhogakaya holy body, the body of enjoyment, which emanates out, the supreme emanation, the ordinary emanations, and they all bear the 5 qualities.
다 뒤제라 가서래 런지조요 꾸데 아니 꾸민자와 나바나조서 나와데 베주바 초고주고라 소요 꾸이면 나바민자와 나와데 베주바 테라.
So the next stanza is denotes by example the varieties of manifestation of the Sambhogakaya, the enjoyment body, like as supreme emanation and so forth.
다 잡아라 치다 천년 나조지 누부 태우면 민난따르
just as if a precious stone being dyed with various colors does not make manifest its real essence, in a like way the Buddha pervading all the lives, all that lives in various forms is not perceived in his true nature.
어디기다 가르스고래에서나 지단이 천나조바 여바 지기 천나조바 대다기 아니 누부기 카도 다 누부가 카도 나서서 주네 천기 카도데 누부라 포디가나 누부데 카도 나서서 주네 아니 누부랑기 원내기 카도 뭐보데 아니 뭐보데 멤버 나와 나신.
So taking the example of a precious stone which is dyed with a variety of colors, and so these varieties of colors then hides the real nature of this precious stone.
다시 뺄 태권이 아니 가서 누구 정말 민당당. 대신 로제 나조 발 탑다 되는 민반낭 세간라야 다 좋아 남지랑 建되라 가르래서나 리라양 내가 면대지 특바 나 특바 년도의 찬주 주는 그 아니 내가 란자의 찬주를 특정 그 찬주를 세간라 르제 숨미에다 르민자 와당 삼바양 년도의 타바트니다 란자의 타바트니다 아니 특정 그 타바트니 我ten지기 삼바 나조비 아니 저비 년 나조바 나조베 차와타 나조베 차와타 스타트네 카레에서나 년도지르전 두위치도 아니 꾸이나바 시행시 때하다 라자지루이 대주야도 꾸이나바 시행시 때하다 아니야 티지르전 두위치도 꾸이나바 시행시 때와 담바던데 랑랑기 오 민바 나와니 알샤바다로 다좀 공도 샤바네 다 초고 두고 남바다마 지다리
So just like this example, then it says that migratory beings, have all with its different lineages. Beings who temporarily have a heroes lineage, beings who have temporarily a solitary realized lineage, and have the Mayan lineage, and accordingly, then their intentions also vary. The heroes have the intention to attain the hero's enlightenment. The solitary realizers have the intention for achieving the solitary realizers' enlightenment, and then those of the Mayan lineage then have the intention to achieve the Mayan enlightenment, and so accordingly, then the Sambhogakaya holy body then manifests appropriately for each of these different types of lineages, manifesting a particular aspect for those of the hero's lineage, and for those of the solitary realizers, then its own specific manifestation, and for the benefit of those of the minor lineage, then manifesting aspects that are different. So in this way, then in these varieties of aspects, in these variations of the aspects of the thing, then in these varieties, then what is hidden is that is the true nature, is the actual nature of that Sambhogakaya.
Oh yeah, that call is all. What did it? Do you get out of a chabata? Terango member, no one in our shabataro. That diggy launched to be good Simba in chapter 10 member down, said the gun, launched to be good shabat, Kusum Chan, one you go, Longo Tugu Shaganani, Longo Shabat Chinsacha.
So in this way, the Buddha pervading all that lives in various forms is not perceived in this true nature. So this completes the explanation on the Sambhogakaya.
That's what Tugu Shabatella, so Tugu Ransing, Dang, Zabajuni to turn to be true down. Was a division, but Damba.
Tanda dos Matsava Risha. Tugu Tando Longorisha. Zawala then Tando Longorisha.
Zawa got it. Zawa your mother, that target.
Tando
Tuji Chimbi then Chen said to Dinma. There were Zawa detecting young good that.
And less.
Then it did well. Jadi Jimmy Chadita, Nubi Tangami Bata, Trajana, the Seta Tangami Bata, Tuji Chimbi then Chen said, and that Tegori.
Yes.
No, Tatella Chokutugu Ransing, Zabajuni Sutambi, Lujatu, Sum Yebinane, Chokutugu Ransing Te Shabala Zawala Tuji Chimbi Jidan Chen. Jidan Gula Senani, Chijukula Mayoba, Druvi Ranshin Nazoji, what did that?
So verse 53 onwards, then explaining the nature of the Nirmanakaya, full of commiseration with the perfect knowledge of the world, he has mercifully looked down upon the living beings and the foundation for the complement of the will of others. Okay. Okay. And must look upon the living beings, and without stirring his cosmical, means Nirmanakaya body, has manifested himself in various emanations.
Hola. That the condition what is and Tuji Chimbi Jidan Chen, Jidan Gula Sinani, say that do Marabi Jidan Kamji, and the Samja Dungaji Nawala, Mississippi, any Tawani Chimbo. Tuji Chimbo Tigi, Ani Gunala, Tuji Chimbo Tigi Guchani. Ani Jidangi come, say Gana, Madabi Jidangi Kamji, Nyanji region, Ranjaji region, Tuji region, Sumji, Ani Rangi, come down, come the Riglache, Ridan come down, say a Ridan, Ani Rangi, Tenyeg Sambatang. Musa Tenyamena in Anna Palanya, Sabin Palanya Chidawa, Chindoa di Kembate, Kembapo, Anita, Kembapo tea.
So, full of the great compassion, with perfect knowledge of the world, referring to, that compassion that sees the sufferings of the world, sufferings of the beings, sufferings of the world, looks upon the beings of the three types of lineages, referring to the particular disposition of the disposition or lineage of the sentient being, their interest or their thought, and even if they do not have even if they do not have a direct intention, then whatever lies dormant in their thoughts, knowing all of that.
Thomas Satusan Sakitande, Kawala Dan Sanja Gores, and Oming Dan Lonjo to be going to Chikore. Oming Dan Lonjo on the Zoyo on the Janet, Lonjo to be Kuni. That take it, Tandashua Nasi, tender Lonjo to Kutigi, Tamata Bishingi, Joanam, Ani Dungala Mississippi, Ninja Kunalande, Ani Rejan Sumbo Tigi, Tendo, Rejan Sumbo this. Ridan Samdam, Palanchitawa, into Chamber Body, Dam, the neat Sini, Madavix into Java, Shego, the Single, Chamber Body, said the Cosati, Yagi, Mombazova San Yamate, launches of Kutila Kugari.
So, because of a compassion, then you generate the bodhicitta, which then allows for the gradual progression along the 10 bodhisattva levels, and eventually, in the Sambhogakaya aspect, then in Aknishta Buddha field, one manifests, one attains enlightenment, and after attaining that Sambhogakaya, the enjoyment body, then again, one takes birth in the impure realms of existence, because of feeling unbearable for the sufferings of sentient beings, and then undertaking the activities benefiting sentient beings. So that is what is being referred to here, full of compassion with a perfect knowledge of the world. He has mercifully looked down upon the living beings. It's referring to that Sambhogakaya who engages in such a manner.
Chedujawa Jiten Duja Tedala Sine Nisi that Chujukula Mayoba Serekala two Ani Tombanila Zechi to Nyamba Shabi Nyamshakin Nyamshaka Kutela Mayoba Ani Mayoba Namba Kares and Ani Chokutugula Sawaki Tuvi Ranshin Nazoji Ani Duja the Tumbaki Tenzabare.
So how he has mercifully looked down upon the living beings, referring to taking birth in the impure realms, and taking this birth in the impure realms from a state in which it is unmoved from the state of the Dhammakaya, from the holy mind, while remaining in the equipoise of the Dhammakaya, unremoved from that state of the Dhammakaya, then takes on these supreme emanation forms in this world and in these impure worlds, and then in accordance with the disciples' disposition, interest, and so forth, then enacts the varieties of deeds.
Emishaja Sengigi, Dombatan Juchi Pigi, and the Casore, launches to be Omingi, launches to be Kutigi, and the Dombani Yamshala Mayeba, launches to go through the Ani Matabishindu, or Trune, and the Tabataya Tenguaris.
So this denotes like the deed of the Buddha, the Buddha, the same continuum of the Buddha, the one in the same continuum of the Buddha, then from the state of the Aknishta Buddha field, that enjoyment body, then taking birth in the impure realms of our world, while still holding an equipoise of the Dhammakaya, or unremoved from that equipoise of the Dhammakaya, then emanating these supreme forms in these impure realms of our world.
No, Duja Druatina, Annie, Matabashim, the Druatina, and it's about junior candidate, Siganas, and about junior to tend to be Sudan, Sinuatela.
So has manifested himself in various emanations and undertaking these varieties of deeds. And the deeds here refer to the 12 deeds. And so, what are these 12 deeds?
Well, that Chugula Mayo, but Druviransin, Nasuji. That's Java country take over is, and that's a good number. Don't be Java Junior, don't but the best channel. I need Java Java best channel. That jump then they give la best channel. Take best channel, and it's Java Junior, but jump then they must have to Java Junior, the best channel. Country is, and Java Junior Java to be near the, and it never come, they become easy.
So unremoved from the state of the Dhammakaya, then enacting the 12 deeds. So the manner of the 12 deeds are based on how Guru Shakyamuni Buddha then displayed those 12 deeds in the impure realms of our world. So the place where these 12 deeds take place is in the desire realm.
Ling Shila, Sawaki, the Dongam, the Yawa Nishi, in the chair, you are it. That Temoga Chekana Dongam Ginane, and the Ling Shiginana, and the Zambulimba, and the Zambulimba, Lagi Saba Yimbe, to what get like that Zambulim, Zambulim, to an console, Jabatuni, Sutanguares.
So, and in the desire can be divided into 12 parts, and of these 12, then, it is of the 4 continents. It is in the continent of Zambuling that these deeds take place.
I'm patching Yambacha, and it's Yambayin, Yambata, Chanya, Demiamba, Legi, Tribasia, Chobata, Davata. Or that Zambulimba, net sitting do Mayumba, sitting do Minyamba, Uju Michamba, who are the Chupa Minyamba.
So,
Sheros, and Sherasang and Minyamba, or Tendriki Genji, and it's Zambulimba de Casore, Legi Saba, Chetela Saviteu, Chetela Mimbala, Sawaki, Legi Saba Yimbe. And it's a Zambuling body, Ling Xian, and it go a get lava in Zang, call a Joa get lava in Zang, and it's a Zambuling Matabashi in Zentiris.
The reason why these deeds of the Buddhas, take place in Zambuling, in the southern continent, why is that? Is because of the karmic repercussions that take place in Zambuling. In comparison to the other continents where the birth and death, where the length of life and enjoyments are very much more stable, like more equal, more stable, more constant. In the southern continent of Zambuling, then there is great disparity. Due to karma, the great disparity of birth and death, some living long, some living short, some very rich, some very poor, like that, because of these great karmic disparities. So, for beings born in the southern continent, it is much more easier for the mind to generate a sense of renunciation.
이자 다도 데빌 가서 토마기를 수단바나 아니 간단도 히부 타바 똑가부 개와 엄바시와데 간단도 데빌 강으로와 되라 추근하기 되라라 추유와리 그와 되라 추근하네 간단도 히부 탐보 탐바 똑가부 아니 엄바시와탕
So in the desire realm, there are 5 sort of deva states. There are 6 deva states that are part of the desire realm. So, and one of them is the tushita. So, then first, first being born as the deva son, Tambotokabo.
간단데라 데라 추근하기 간단데 아니 다한테 가르쳐서는 마다비 신체 아니 대래 총을 건비 추도 연관데 아니 간단 이거 천진 제니까라 아니 지지 참바 공부 제대로
So the Tushita realm, which is a part of the 6 deva states of the desire realm, is an impure realm of existence, and then the Tushita realm, which is known as the blissful, the blissful realm of the Tushita. That Tushita is like something separate, set apart from the impure impure tushita of the desire realm. So, like for example, you have the city and you have the monastery kind of set far apart from the city in that kind of manner. Then you have the impure tushita of the desire realm and the blissful realm of the tushita, which is the pure land of Maitreya. Then set apart. It's kind of set apart like that.
Oh yeah, that take 주변 신나서 기계왕은 받게와탕 세대 대체, 그봐? 대내 대왕은 받대 배자받대 잡아 중이 그 담보 챙겨나 마장 거기 다 대주만 보여와 근데 네 마장 받채 마장 받채니 잡아 중이 그 담보대 가르래 해서나 간단히는 포함해서
So of the 12 deeds, then the first deed is the being transferred from that blissful realm of the tushita. So descending from the abode of tushita. And so when we celebrate one of the deeds of the Buddha, then this is the deed of descending from the Tushita heavens. So that's the descending from the abode of the Tushita heavens is the first deed. And the second deed is entering the mother's womb. And the third is the birth, the actual birth. And the fourth deed is he showed his skill and dexterous as the various arts and crafts skills. The fourth one, it says, skilled in the 64 arts, it says 64 arts. And then the next is led a merry life in the circle of noble women.
So
in the root text, then descend from the abode of Tushita, entered womb and was born. He showed his skill in dexterous acts. Led a merry life in the circle. And then at the renunciation, at the deed of the renunciation, then departed from home, practiced asceticism. So renunciation is the departed from home, and then the 6 years of the ascetic practices are on the river Narenzana. And then the 8th deed is his made his apparition at the site of the Bodhi tree, going to the site of the Bodhi tree. And the 9th is the overcoming the host of the Mara demons, vanquish the host of the evil one. And the 10th, attaining the perfect supreme enlightenment. And the 11th being the turning of the wheel of the doctrine, the 3 turning of the wheel of Dharma in that series. And then the next is Chonkir and Chonkir at the site of where naming the town where Buddha manifested the deed of passing away. And that's the 12th deed, and departed into nirvana.
간단히 깨와 당보체나 흠수슈와다 담바니보다 직투체 정원바 깨와 당보체나 흠수슈와다 담바니보다 직투체 아니 봐도 만 정말을 침버와 숨요와 이상 당보체나 대 참가자 미당을 요하래 인자 간단히 깨와 다 정원바 깨와 다 대바도 당보체기에나 흠수슈와다 담바니보다 직투차오.
So if you're going to count, being born in the Tushita heaven as one of the deeds of the Buddha, then you have to count conception and birth as one deed. But if you're not going to count, birth in the Tushita heavens as one of the first deed, then if you're not going to count that, then you count the conception and birth as separate, and then you end up with 12 deeds that way. So it depends whether you count the first deed from being born in the Tushita heavens or descend from the Tushita heavens. So accordingly, you correct the 3rd one.
잠불링라 소바기 안에 마다 비신 남수 아니 동그래 뒤에 가도 말해서 뒤에 가도 봐 동그래 세바 치세네와 봐 대세도 안에 담아자 그래.
And then, where are all these deeds displayed are only in the impure realms of existence, like the southern continent. And for how long are these deeds displayed is until cyclic existence is no more. Such acts he exhibits in the impure spheres as long as dures this world's existence.
And then
the next stanza is the manner of guiding the disciples and leading the disciples. And he perfectly knows the means of conversion by teaching about evanescence, uneasiness, and impersonality and quiescence. He creates aversion in the living beings with regard to the three spheres of existence and directs them toward nirvana.
dine gopa pabe tembawo, dine lam pabe tembawo, sani chongo koni. Ane kasan shiwa na shen chani dudengi chajo tele yang. Ane mita badang, dunga wadang. Ane chitame badang. Ane ko, o tende toni dang. O tende yowa inzang da kasore. Thoma kante chani, ane 조이 전제가 와래서나 단다서
So in benefiting sentient beings, by turning the wheel of Dharma, in the first turning of the wheel of Dharma, then teaching on the Four Noble Truths, the noble truth of suffering, the noble truth of the origin of suffering, the noble truth of cessation, and the noble truth of the path, and with regards to the noble truth of suffering, then teaching how it is, impermanence, suffering, empty and selfless, and like that.
In the Tawakataji Chacha she said, Dirila, Dujetamja Mitaba, Sachatamja Dungawa, Chetamja Donshi Dameba, Yangale Dava Shiva said it. That number Sanja Vitawa. With this,
in relation to these four, attributes of the First Noble Truth, then you also have the four Dharma seals, or the four distinct Buddhist view, which is that everything that which is created or compounded is impermanent, all that which is contaminated is suffering, and all phenomena are empty, and thereby selfless, and that nirvana is peace.
인간 뒤제 탐제 미사바 저거나 규jen진 뒤체와 탐제 뒤제에서나 규jen진 뒤체와 탐제 규제는 때는 중화 탐제 아니 랑경 오 출점네 직병 오 주바 그지 직병 오 주바 인장 미사바
So saying that everything that which is compounded is impermanent. Everything that which is compounded, meaning everything that comes, is brought together by causes and conditions. The moment it is brought together, its nature of being impermanent is established at the same time. Its nature of changing from moment to moment exists at the moment it is produced.
아니 사바단 지와 설치단 사바스나 뉴몬라 고기와래 저 뉴몬라 사바스와래 사바스가 가래서나 뉴몬기 샤완도 소나 아니 가사데 가서 뉴몬기 샤완도 송데 아니 미게 밀레 찹침보 사주 잡아 내송 내수 송아 사바 야나 코에네스 송아 사바 인장 니몽 샤완도 송아디 코에네스 송아 사바 인장 코나 니몽나 사바 자바리.
And talking about everything that which is contaminated is suffering. Contamination usually refers to afflictions. So when it is under the control of like a person, when a person is under the control of afflictions, then what arises are non-virtuous karmas, thereby rendering the fall into the lower realms.
我印象，但你们给向往的送，向往的穷啊看他们家，啥把他接话他就东啊哇塞，来年纪来到你们给往个穷人，俺呢对些他们家，俺呢东啊哇的，是来年给向往的送话他们家东啊哇的。
So everything that which is under the control of karma and afflictions is contaminated and therefore are suffering. So everything that which is created by karma and afflictions is under the is contaminated and thereby suffering.
但可是可以什么来年给向往的送话来的，什么叫那么的什么来年给向往的送话来的，来年什么叫让心来马修吧，什么叫让心约啥吧。 什么让心去马主把印章，什么就让心了，俺那来年个马修把的，马修把一个干那什么就让心越少把的，俺那什么大都马主把的，缺他们家大都马主把的，什么缺他们家大都马主把印章，俺那什么大都马主把的，马都马主把印章，什么就让心了，你们给来把修要马的，谁干那，俺那大麦吧。 So, even though this mind is under the control of afflictions and karma, yet those afflictions and karma does not exist in the nature of the mind. Since those afflictions and karma do not exist in the nature of the mind, so its nature is luminous, clear, luminous, because because this mind is not not self-existent, because this mind is not self-existent, in the same manner, then all phenomena are not self-existent. And so, since the mind does not exist by way of its own nature, so those afflictions and karma do not exist in the nature of the mind, and as such, then all phenomena are empty. Sem dam me ba yin zang rang xin ma zhu ba yin zang sem dam me ba do bi lo tie gi kong du ke di san ba ani sem da du zin ba de qi jun du song de ani qi jun du so de ta ri ani chi ma se bi da nga zu kong du xia ba na ji dang zin se bi se ba top du zan ba ani yang le de wa xi wa sen ga ji to gu wa re yang le de wa sen ya de de.
Since all phenomena are, selfless, selfless, so the mind is also selfless in nature, and as one reflects on the selflessness of the mind, selflessness of the phenomena, and as one becomes familiar with this meditation, then this holding or grasping on to the self of a person, self of a phenomena, then is gradually diminished, and then eventually, then one attains the state where all of these defilements of grasping at the self of a person, self of phenomena, is completely removed. And so in this way, then we say that in this way we say that nirvana is peace.
아니 동아담바 동아담바다 군중전이 때 교군중당 대우 동아담바니 오대 최담지 당매바당 나가는 데와 시에 지가 되기 아니 남대 무슨도 일때 말에 담에 땐디 가나 담에 동무수도 비 무슨 도비 이시 남대당 대라 때는 단체세베 사바냥을 데와 시와지 마 땐디 가나 아니 가서래 코코이 좀 받지 때 코코이 좀 봐. 코코이 좀 봐. 육군중라 때는 대우도 된 중도 때문에 가나 아니 대우 동아 중도 시대 가나 아니 동아라 미디비 로제기와 인장 아니 코타다라 이중화당 아니 오만이라 때네 니모야 세규여봐 섬지라신라 트면 라바 마시와 니모 누구와 인바 콜라님보 덤데 남대 여봐 인장 들라때네 타바톱지 여봐데 아니 체 인장 코타다가 이중화당 타발라 타바톱이 탐제침비 초구 타바톱이 탑 아니 탑쳔바 아니 초구 쪽이 코위 님이 때네 섬제는 아니 가서래 스바숨스이가나
개망타스
야
단도 고대 칸스나마 고대 칸스나 뒤제담제 미다바다 사제담제 동아와스이가나 덴바 시게나나 코아코이 림바 육군준데 대우동아티 땡거레스 So in explaining the Four Noble Truths, then the first two truths explain how cyclic existence is sustained or perpetuated.
인상 유동아 메제나 안에 대우동아 메데나 주 군중 방고와 인상 다 군중 오마되게 최담제 다음에 봐 세야되게 남지된바 당 아니 양을 데와 시외 서지 양대대니
So if one does not wish for the result suffering, then what needs to be abandoned is the causes of the suffering. So in relation to the four Buddhist seals, then the first two seals, which is that all phenomena are everything compounded is impermanent, and everything that which is contaminated is suffering. They relate to the first two truths: true suffering, true origin, and then that all phenomena by nature are empty, and nirvana is peace. These two, the last two Buddhist seals of just the last two seals, then they relate to the true cessation and true path. They relate to that there is a cessation, and that there is a cessation to afflictions and its action karma, because there are antidotes to it, and because there are antidotes to there are antidotes to it. So attainment of the cessation of it, or attainment of liberation is possible. So in this way, on the basis of generating the renunciation with regards to the first two truths, true suffering, true origin, then generating in one the thought to seek liberation, and employing the means of the method of the path to actualize that cessation. So in this manner, then the Sambhogakaya holy body then in this manner then engages in the activities of benefiting.
Oh yeah, that digi. Mida dunga dame dan shivi trai tab chembe se that tab chembe se that digi tambo niwal dana khola yi jungje. yu kunjung la dana dewu dunga yi zanda ane dunga mide baki yi jungje. De mi jungje ni de jela ane dunga shivi shiwa tendu nye kowa yin zang shiwa tendu nye shiwa toje ka tabde lamden dang me tobi lamden. 대일 타올라 때는 아니 영어서비 세바지 용고와 인장 송기와데 된다 시위저위 탑 챔베 아니 코알라 이중당 아니 타바다 탐제 챔바 타바다 타바토비 탑 아니 초구주기 코인님이당 아니 스바숨나 스바숨 데르바 감숨 개와들 교와제네 교와제네 아니 시위람 양알라 대와를 주바자바데.
So, in relation to true origin, in relation to the reality of suffering and the reality of the cause of suffering, then generating the renunciation, and in order to achieve the peace from these states of suffering and origin, then in order to actualize that state of that complete peace, then seeking the method of the true path, and through the application of the method of the true path, then attaining the complete exhaustion of afflictions and karma.
Oh yeah, that's it. Beji Juchen Mato Dang Sanje Shindu Mede Puwa Ye Drogen Da Jana Jeba Sho Idang Guru Ran